Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep for Diggs. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Fournette will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Prescott off play action.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
But they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nick Ballore there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
The most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, just send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. But I also know this, in Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
Prescott on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On play action, Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Watkins diving. He's got it. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Hurts throw complete here to Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Stephon Diggs from 13 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way
Touchdown, Cowboys! It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They go play action with Hurts.
Flush to his right. He finds his target, Allen. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hurts.
And Sanders has got it complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Waller there to make the grab.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And Lambeau will put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
From way up at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pollard again.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over toward the sideline for Waller. And he'll be out of bounds.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And all the way down to the 39. A big play here for Dallas.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Leonard Fournette saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Troy Pride that time gets the tackle.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action now, Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Prescott off play action. This will be caught by Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so. And I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. And you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th,
as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here's Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll run with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
They find some open field here. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.